Welcome to the Toke and Trans. What do I say? Welcome to the Toke and Trans podcast, where we talk life, love, and getting high. Grab a J and join us. We do not condone the consumption of illicit activities with anyone under the age of 21.
And what's going on, everybody? It is your two best friends, Aaron and Bo, and we are here for a super chill episode about smoking utensils. Smoking pieces, what you smoke, how you smoke it, how you like to smoke it, how you like to inhale, or I guess that's all the same thing, but how you partake and the ways you can partake. Bo, how are you feeling over there?
Oh, I'm feeling stony baloney right now.
Yeah, we definitely pre-gamed pretty hard. So
we had to start re-recording almost immediately because I had an asthma attack from hitting a blinker. So
it was, I mean, it was like 3 seconds in,
oh my
and
God.
he just starts coughing and coughing. But we have paused. Bo has gathered himself, and he's okay. So we are now going to dive into the smoking utensils. So there's like obviously, why do I keep saying that? It's smoke piece.
Whatever. Let's go with it. Utensils. Fuck it.
Fuck it, man. We are okay. Yeah, we're just winging it over here. I don't know. If we just start from the beginning, I feel like people mostly like my very first experience with marijuana. If we just start at the beginning, was smoking a joint. Right? The regular on a paper. Yeah. It was that with my aunt.
Oh,
right?
That's so cute. I always forget that it was with
great,
your aunt. That's just like the sweetest thing ever. That's like,
yeah.
That's the kind of like uncle I want to be. You know what I mean? Like,
oh my gosh, the coolest. Absolutely.
Don't tell Kayla.
Don't tell Kayla. But
if my 16-year-old nibbling comes to me and is like curious about smoking weed or whatever, the safest place that they're going to be is with me or their parents or their grandparents or something like that. So
right.
If my nibbling wants to try, sure, yeah, I'll give him a little hit. I'll give him a little hit of marijuana so they knows what it feels like.
God.
So you know what I mean? I think like I would 15 or younger, absolutely not.
Right.
But if
I have boundaries somewhere.
You're gonna fucking find it in high school. You know what I mean? If you're around those kids.
Yeah, you're going to find people, you're going to run into those people, even if you may not hang out with those people, you're still going to run into them somewhere, right. And you're going to be curious. And I've always thought that those questions should be able to be brought to the parents and have that conversation. So, yeah. Definitely.
And I would get anything.
So I felt very safe in my first experience. And, so, and that was I would just figure that would be the most old school way and method and utensils.
I think for sure joints
would be to be joints or papers or
my my first time smoking was out of a good old glass bowl. Yeah,
glass bowl.
It was
There's nothing.
It was a filthy, dirty glass bowl.
Yep.
Hasn't been cleaned since the day it was acquired.
Acquired in
tasted
the 70s.
Like dirty gym socks, but it did the job.
Yes, it did the job. Absolutely. Yes, and I also have broken.
Oh my God!
Many glass pieces. So you can also get them in silicone, and that's how. That's how mine is. Mine's more. And it's also nasty, like it's supposed to be clear.
You gotta clean your fucking piece, Aaron.
Oh no, dude! Don't. No, I got this out of the bottom of a drawer.
Oh,
I don't smoke out of this.
Put it away like that.
I wouldn't offer this. I did put it away like that. I wouldn't offer this to anybody. I wouldn't let them smoke out of it.
Yeah. I would hope not.
That it was to show that you could get a silicone-y ones that don't break when you drop them, because every one of you motherfuckers has been having it on your lap, and then you're stoned and you stand up and it just tumbles down your pants onto the ground and you pray you got carpet. And most of you fuckers are outside, so it just
Every single time.
breaks.
I've broken every single one.
Yes.
I can't be
Rookie
trusted with
mistake,
glass.
rookie
You know,
mistake.
some people are very careful with their glass and they only smoke it on a table with a mat underneath that's non-slip, you know, and they don't touch it, and they put one hand behind their back so they don't touch it because it's a big tube, and they only light it like with a wick or something so they don't flick their thumb, and
Very
like super
controlled.
controlled
Wow.
environments. That is not me.
Yes. Wow. I didn't even know those were environments.
Yes,
those smoking environments. You should see my desk.
Listen. Same, because
I mean, we're just surviving here,
I
people.
can't do it. I drop things. I just drop everything. I dropped my favorite mug recently. I have to, you know what? If it needs to be controlled by me in such a way for it not to break, and it is breakable, it will break eventually.
Right. So we've got to plan ahead.
So
yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
Case in point, my little I just dropped it again. My little pen here, my little Pensky, my Benjamin.
Yeah. Method. That's another method right
this
there.
Is,
Bam.
if we're talking like favorite methods of smoking, good old THC cart on a battery.
Trusted way. Doesn't matter where you are.
Yeah.
Doesn't smell. You can't tell if it's a THC or a nicotine.
I love it.
Cartridge.
It's just super convenient.
It's like smoking.
Yeah,
invisible.
and I can take little sips on low heat, and it's less harsh. Yeah, way more controlled. It's less harsh. And I can put it in my pocket and go everywhere. And so this pen that I got was a cheap little plastic one, but it came in really cute colors. So I got one, but I keep dropping it. And so the plastic started to crack, but like right down the middle. And I was like, oh no, I just freaking bought this. And on day 2, it's already got this giant crack. So I took some air dry clay and just wrapped it and left, you know, the buttons and the charger port exposed, and painted it pink and sparkly. And because it's the air dry clay, it's like kind of squishy, you know? And so when I drop it, it just kind of bounces and it's totally fine.
Like stress ball feeling. Oh my gosh, dude, that's so innovative. I used air dry clay.
Yeah,
right?
when air dry clay dries, it's kind of like squishy. It's not like fully hard. And
I've never messed around with it, but I think that's. I feel like you've showed me a few things that you've made with the, the DIY clay.
It's so fun.
Oh my god, I have to. I'm
gonna
probably
do it for like your bowls and shit too. Just like make little bouncy sleeves for them. Oh.
Or like for the bongs, right?
I've also broken every glass bong I've ever had, but if you would have asked me like I don't know, like 7 years ago what my favorite method of smoking was, I would have said a bong.
Yes, sir. Me as well. As well. Yeah, I've always thought that it was it took less time because you go through so many bowls, but then you need less for a bong.
That's the only reason. If my lungs were no issue, I'd be saying bong all day. Bong for days. Even bong with a pen.
Yeah.
You know, you could just slurp that bad boy in there with one of those attachment thingers, you know? And take big fat cold, like nice icy cold cart hits with a big fat bong, you know? Oh, man, don't listen. Don't take your lungs for granted, people, because some of us can no longer take bong rips.
So rip one for BEAU. So if you're listening and you're sitting there with your bong, can you please just stop what you're doing? Grab that grinder, grind a fresh one, load it up.
Make sure.
And smack that thing
but
for BEAU.
Don't you fucking dare hit a bong in the name of BEAU if it is fucking dirty. Clean your goddamn bong right now. Change the water. When's the last time you changed that disgusting water? It's brown and it smells like feet.
Oh my god, yes. Please comment last time you cleaned your bong and be honest. I can't say no judgment. It will be no judgment from me.
And then after you clean it, put a couple ice cubes in it. And then and then hit one for Bo. There you go.
Yes. And a lot of them have like
Yes.
the catchers, right?
Yes.
So it stays.
The ice cubes are the best
Oh my God.
part. Oh my God.
Yes.
Fuck.
Oh my gosh, yes. I was a loyal bong person, like pretty much from the time I started smoking regularly up into like the beginning of this year. I was a strictly bong person. Very like I've had a bunch of glass ones that I've broke. My wife got me an amazing silicone one that is impenetrable. And so that's very nice. But not in January, it was Easter. We found out we were pregnant, and Kayla started hating the smell of weed. And before, she didn't necessarily partake very often, but like she thought it smelled good. She still thought it like smelled good or just smelled just like weed. Like it didn't make her like it didn't smell bad to her. So then once she got pregnant, that supersonic nose kicks in, and she's like, all of a sudden everything smells super strong and it just smells bad. Apparently it just started smelling super bad out of nowhere. And so I was like, well, this is not good because your boy smokes and we all know I smoke and I'm not going to quit smoking anytime soon. So I was like, time to switch gears. We're going to have to, the flower is not doing it. So I was like the vape cartridge or the dab situation.
Yes. Oh, yes.
And the first time I hit a dab, it was someone that did everything for me.
Yep.
Right. And there was a big, huge rig, right, with a metal situation and a torch, a big torch, and all this stuff.
Sketchy.
And it was like crazy. Oh my God. And it was with people I just met, why? Why does that always happen? Please don't do that. It's a bad idea. You don't know. It's just, don't be stupid out there. Just learn from us, please. And I was sitting there on the couch and we were going to watch a movie. We were just going to hit dabs and watch a movie. And I remember thinking I was so fucking thirsty. I was so thirsty. And I was just sitting on the couch and there was a coffee table in front of me. And we're all just sitting on the couch very still. And I remember thinking, I'm so thirsty. I want to drink that water. And it took me, I swear to God, what felt like 30 minutes to reach my hand out and slowly grab the water. I don't know if I was going in real time or if I was actually going that fucking slow. I have no idea. But it took me about 45 minutes, it felt like, to grab the cup, and then I had to very focus to bring it back to my mouth. And oh my God, this is the best freaking drink of water I've ever tasted in my life. I was so fucking thirsty. It took me so long. It was so refreshing. Oh my God. I'll never forget how good that tasted.
Jesus. Oh, fuck.
Yes.
That's
but I didn't do dabs for a while after that. I was like, wow, that is a whole nother ballgame here, folks.
The first time I did dabs, it was a very similar situation. Except,
was it?
Fuck, that was my own reflection. Oh, I just scared the piss out of myself. I legit thought a bat was in my office, bro. It's just
oh my God.
Holy shit. Okay.
Oh my God. It was just you.
Yeah, so the first time I did that, it was a very similar situation. A big ass propane fucking torch.
Yes, looked like a fire hydrant. Not fire hydrant. Probably kind of.
Yes, it did kind of look like a little fire hydrant. Yeah, except it was blue.
Oh my God. Yeah,
I was with my biological father at the time, and we were smoking with our dealer, and he would always, man, we would always smoke so much when he came over before he left. He would stay for like hours. And then this was the first time either of us, me or my biological father, had ever like seen or heard of dabs. He was like, dabs? What are dabs?
Yeah, please explain. Bo, can you explain to me right now exactly for the people that don't understand what a dab is? Like, what is a dab, Bo? Are you able to explain?
On the spot here, bro.
If you don't,
okay, wait. Listen, don't know that, I have no idea. Let me say that up front. But I will say what I think that it is.
Let's both guess.
Yeah. So
let's both guess, and then we'll look it up.
I'm pretty sure it's like they wash the plant of all the THC oils and shit off of it, and then what is left behind after the wash is this goop. which is THC.
Yes.
But then there's also stuff that's like live resin and live rosin. I don't know the difference.
Some stuff looks like
yeah.
and then sometimes it looks like syrup. Like, it just depends. So yeah, the way that I explained it to like people that were asking me is, from what I understood, the sticky stuff that is left over on your fingers when you're breaking up weed and it gets sticky, it's pretty much a shit ton of that stuff collected and in one spot. So it's kind of like almost sugary feeling, like leftover sugary on your fingers kind of thing. So I assumed it was the collection of all of that. But yeah, from what I'm seeing, I just looked it up, right? Because we're not gonna just lie to you and then leave it hanging, right? So it says that it's, a highly concentrated cannabis oil that's made by extracting the compounds from the plant, right? They can be made in different ways. But yeah, so it's extracting the oil from the plant, and it's that direct oil that.
So we're both right.
Yeah. So. Exactly. Would you look at that? That's freaking perfect. Yes. Yeah. And so now the dabbing ended up being my solution for Kayla hating the smell, right? So I ended up being like, okay, that's definitely what I want to do, right? I remembered a memory of my buddy that I first met when I first moved here to Tennessee, and I was like, you know what, that was a great method. Let me try that. And originally that was with what the little nectar collector, right?
Yes.
So it looks like this.
Oh my god, that thing's
this
so
little
cute.
utensil. And it's got like the hole in the top for you to inhale, with a tiny hole in the back, and then you take your little torch, right, and torch this thing, and then barely touch the little sugar syrup situation, and that is a method of dabbing. I felt like a crackhead. It's a nice cheap way. If it's just like a one-time, rare occurrence, you just want to have something to partake in. But it's kind of a pain in the ass, and I really felt like it wasn't the solution, considering like my family comes over a lot. Children may run into these things, it's one thing to say it's a cigar, and a whole nother thing to explain a torch. Exactly. I'm not trying to. So
I found that like using the torch and like a hot nail, or the torch and like those kind of nectar collectors, it's like really hard to control the temperature, and hitting a red hot nail is basically a death sentence, like, at least for me,
dude, it's
like I've
it's so hard to know how long to heat it,
and like hitting dabs in general, I feel like is way more harsh.
I agree.
On the lungs, it's really bad, like comparatively, and I don't know. I just feel like it was really hard to get like a comfortable, enjoyable hit that way, especially as someone with asthma.
Yeah.
It was like the coughing was so intense
with the collector,
with the like hot nail or the hot collector. Yeah. And it's like, whenever you would smoke with anybody, all you're doing for like half an hour is just coughing. And I would cough so much that like I would just be drooling. And
like it's not enjoyable.
And, I mean, like, I'd get high and it's like really potent, but like, just give me a couple bong hits, dude. Like,
there's tastier ways to do this. And it does jack your tolerance up a shit ton. Like, I'm not even ready for my tolerance break. That's gonna happen. I'm just not ready for it, but it's fine. I don't have to worry about it quite yet. But it definitely does jack the tolerance up quite a bit. So I started regularly dabbing, and the nectar collector was not quite cutting it. So I was asking around, and people had told me about the Puffco situation. And my friend Mikey, he had a big like bong version of it. And basically what they are is vaporizers. So they're just like BEAU's pen that he showed, but there has kind of like a base, right? So this part comes up and out, and the vaporizer is the main
It's like
part.
ceramic,
And
right?
they said, right,
Yeah.
yeah, this part, yeah. So it has like on the inside, it has its own little part in there that completely like heats up and like burns it for you, and then you pull through here, and you can get different attachments for like a bong or whatever for those. But it makes it to where you don't need the torch. There's multiple settings on there, and it's definitely it's way more expensive, but it has all of the whistles and the bells and whistles and the convenience that makes it kind of worth it for if you're going to be regularly partaking in dabs. So yeah. Now your regular method, what does that look like for you?
So we also upgraded from an nectar collector to an electric nectar collector, which is an inhale activated heated coil. So it's still shaped like a pen, cool. And you inhale up here, and it's exposed coil at the bottom of the pen. And when you inhale, the exposed coil heats up. So you can sit there and inhale for a longer time to heat it up hotter, or you can just like stick it in and start to inhale, and it will vaporize as you inhale it, which is what I do because I like very low heat.
Yeah.
And
and then you can kind of control it too.
Control it really well. You could just go, and just touch it, or you can get a scoop out and put it directly on it, or like whatever you want to do. You know what I mean? And it's really efficient and good way to keep clean. There's a magnetic cap that you can put on top so that when you're done, the exposed coil is covered. And it's also really discreet, and
wow, I didn't know you
had we keep it at home because we don't do dabs a lot. It's just like every once in a while because we're pretty much 24/7 vaping on our Benjamins.
Yes. Yeah. The vape pens.
And so that's what both Tim and me do. And then like a couple times a week, Tim will roll some joints. We'll have like a joint after work together. We'll share one, sometimes we'll have one over the weekend, but not a lot.
How about that RSO situation? How did you explain that to me? I forgot even how you smoke it.
So RSO, you don't smoke it, you eat it.
You eat it. That's
I forgot about edibles. That's what I wanted to talk about the most.
Oh my god, yeah. Oh, edibles.
Yes, because you don't got to breathe them in. I love edibles.
Yes. Oh, I have barely dipped my toe into edibles. I have mastered the brownies. But beyond brownies and shortbread cookies, basically with butter, I haven't fucked around with anything else. So please tell me about the RSO.
Fuck, RSO put me on my ass. It's like high strength, like oil. I guess we'll call it oil because it's called oil. RSO. The O in RSO is oil.
Is it Simpson oil, right?
Is it
Samson?
Simmons?
I don't know. I'm trying to remember what you
Simpson
told me.
Or Simmons. I can't fucking remember. Google it.
I'll look it up right now. I'm looking it up right now because I'm telling y'all we're not going to leave you hanging on these answers.
Rick Simpson?
Okay. And you put it on food? Rick Simpson.
Oil. Okay.
Yes, Rick Simpson.
Well, does it tell you what it is right there? What's it say?
Yeah, it's full spectrum cannabis extract that can be taken orally or applied topically, right, on the skin. It's made from indica and indica dominant hybrid strains.
That makes a lot of sense. I can tell you that. Whew! Because okay, listen.
Does it look like what's in a cartridge?
Yes. When it's in the syringe and you're looking at it, it looks like what is in the cartridge. But it's a lot thicker than that.
Okay.
I forgot
it comes in a syringe.
but not like an injectee syringe, a like take your medicine syringe, you know, take your medicine orally syringe, and like what you do with the child, you know, squirt it in their mouth. Right.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's like super thick, and yeah, you put it. You can put it on food. You could just eat it. Um, and really, I found that your reaction to RSO is directly affected by how much fat is in your tummy. Like the fatty thing that the fatty bite that you take with it. You know what I mean? Because
like what you're eating when you
yes, and
consume.
I know this because I had a single syringe, which is like several doses. Okay, like don't do a whole syringe. That's enough to kill a fucking cow. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you're not gonna die, but you're gonna have a bad time.
It's not going to be enjoyable, I guess. I haven't personally done it, so that's why I'm like,
because
I wanted to get the
I
info.
took too much because I tend to have a higher tolerance to edibles for some reason. I don't know, my metabolism or something. Because Tim takes fucking you know, 100 milligrams of something and is zooted off his ass. I take fucking 300 milligrams of it. I can barely feel anything, you know? So normally when I get edibles at like a dispensary and it's like dosed at like 100 grams per square, I eat the whole fucking chocolate bar because I know that that's the only way I'm going to get high. But I took I took RSO with the knowledge that I had of that, which I should not have done because
you should have treated it like a brand new.
Tim took the recommended dose for one person. I was like, okay, I normally have to take 3 times as much as you, so that's what I'll do. No. Big mistake. Big mistake. I needed Tim to come check and make sure I wasn't having a heart attack several times. And he's like, out. Oh my God, you're just too high. And I'm like, okay, valid, but can you just please check?
Can you just check?
And he was like, fine. You're not having a heart attack. You're just too high. And I'm like, can you please get me some bread?
Please, I need something.
I felt so sick. I ended up not feeling better until I threw up. So,
yeah, RSO, I feel like, is the extreme.
Yeah, edible. It's like diagnosed to people with like cancer and shit, like as severe pain management and like sleep help and stuff.
Very different from edible weed brownies,
like really potent ass shit. Like, and it's not even like a fun time high. So like, I got it for after surgery to help me with pain and sleep and stuff. But I wanted to figure out my dosage before surgery, which is why I took it. Because I had several doses, and I wanted to avoid the pill pain management because of the history of addiction with my family. So I wanted to make sure that I was doing this the smartest way possible. And
definitely.
So that's why I had the RSO, and like that makes sense that what you said, that it's indica dominant, because it's like it's not a fun high. It's like you're gonna be in bed. You're gonna be asleep. You're gonna be zonked out. You're not gonna be able to talk well. Like,
just close your mouth and go to sleep. Just get some rest.
Plan anything on RSO. Like,
chill. Just chill.
I don't know. Maybe there's some other like hulking person with an incredibly high tolerance that can party on RSO, but I have yet to meet them.
And it's not you. It's not you. Yeah, it's not.
I have a high tolerance for edibles, like historically.
Yeah, what's your favorite edible? What is your favorite?
I love edible? A good cookie. I love a good brownie.
Cookie.
Yes, I don't. It also depends on the strain. It seems, though I've seen some documentaries that say that the strains don't matter, but so maybe it's placebo that I feel this way. But I mean, I tend to really love sativas. I'm not an indica guy. I need to
I
be
see.
active and do things, and that's why I smoke, because I need to be focused and regular emotionally.
Yeah.
And also I have really bad like body signal interpretation. So
Yeah. Yeah, I
um
get that.
which tends to be less so when I'm smoking, especially sativas, because if I don't smoke, I won't eat like at all. And
Right.
like I know I'm a big guy, and some people might be like, well, you can afford to miss a meal or something like that. It still like doesn't feel good to be hungry
No.
and not.
Those people can meet me in the parking lot.
Well, sometimes I just don't even know that I'm hungry. Like I can't. I'm like I have a headache and I'm really grumpy and I feel kind of sleepy and
Yeah.
weak. But what the hell is the problem? I haven't eaten a single thing
I
all day.
I
I
just
It
don't
can't be
know.
hunger. And then it's literally
Huh?
not until I feel the sensation of my stomach gurgling where I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I haven't made cookies before.
cookies
I
are
feel
so
like
fucking
cookies would be
good.
so
And we
good.
made cookies with at the time we were growing our own plants and
Hmm.
figured out that we can make butter from all the trimmings. You could We were
Oh my
just throwing
gosh.
the trimmings out and the squirrels were going nuts over it. For real, like the
But
squirrels really
no,
like
you could soak that shit.
they would
I
strip the
believe that.
branches and leave behind just the core of the branches because they stripped all the THC off it. It was Squirrels
Oh
like
my
getting
god,
high.
that's
So
hilarious.
so we
Wow.
would make butter out of all the trimmings, and it was like $600 worth of cookies that we made out
Sure.
of that butter that we were just throwing
That is
away,
so
which
cool.
is like fucking wild. But I don't know, something about
Yeah.
like a sativa heavy butter.
Hmm.
Oh, I just love it. Like have a couple cookies in the morning
Oh,
with your coffee and just have a lovely 6-hour high without having to do
oh my
anything.
god.
You know what I mean?
Oh my god. I need to lock this in before my kid
Oh,
grows up. I
lock
need
it
to
in.
lock that in. I need to have a special cookie jar that is trusted for dad
Yeah.
throughout the day, and then save the smoke session for early mornings and late nights, and then in the middle will be a nice chocolate
Yes.
chip cookie. That
It's
just sounds
so
perfect.
good. And
Mm,
if you're feeling
yes.
frisky,
Oh my
you can
gosh.
have a half another more, and like oh
Yeah.
god, I just love it. I remember
You can get it in
yeah,
all kinds of
I
things
remember
nowadays.
when I was going to community college there and I would like over the weekend or whatever, um there's a place in St. Louis that's like the like popular area during the weekends and stuff. It's called the Loop. It's just like a loop of stores on this main street
Yeah.
basically. And there's like bars and
Hmm.
shit, like just like a bunch of stuff, touristy stuff, like just stuff, restaurants. um and I would just be so fucking high and so like energized and happy and relaxed just by myself, just window shopping at the
Yeah.
Loop, just having just a grand old time. And it stinks
Yeah.
there because of the old ass infrastructure. Those sewers are from the 19 fucking 20s or some shit. And
Wow.
yeah, it is
Wow.
just it smells really bad during the summer. And but I just don't care. I'm just ooh, what a lovely day. Oh, the
I,
sun is shining.
I love it.
I'm high as a kite. I got my boba
That is
tea.
that
It's
is
so
freaking perfect. I
good.
love that so much. That that about wraps up my my line here. I had like a nice assortment of situations, and I just wanted to make sure and cover some of our favorite smoke methods and ways.
Yeah, I think we did a good one. Um
Yeah.
how good were we at staying on track there?
I mean, how good are we? I don't know, but we're here and we're talking about weed and we're hanging out, so I guess that's a win, right? Nice, chill, relaxed episode.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess we'll see you in the next one.
The next one.
Okay.
Okay, bye.